All right, I am going to throw a jar that that has a capped lid. Think of a shoebox where the lid sits on the outside of the box. So that's what I'm referring to. So the body can be quite simple though, which is can be nice. Just easier to throw. Whereas a jar that has a gallery is a little bit more complicated because the lip has to be, or oftentimes is split in half and the inner part is folded over. With this type of lid, with this type of jar, all that's required in the body is that the rim be vertical or pretty close to it. And that's so that the lid doesn't slide off. With all lidded pots, whether it's jar or teapot, it's important that the lid fits well to the body. And so it's important that you set enough clay aside from the same ball of clay for a couple of lids. So if one lid attempt doesn't work out, then you've got clay for a second lid. The reason why you want the clay for the body and the lid to be from the same mound is because you want the water content to be the same. If you make your lid from clay that's out of a different bag, there's a chance that the water content might be slightly different than the clay used for the body, and that's going to affect the shrinkage, and it could cause the lid to not fit well. As beginners, I recommend making 2 lids for each pot, because it could be when you get to trimming is when you have a mishap and ruin lid number 1. So it's nice to have a second lid to fall back on. if this lip was angled in, a cap lid could slide and pop off more easily. And I think with the lip I have here will be just fine. Just getting rid of a little bit of that slip on the edge. Forgot one thing is I need to measure for the lid. So because the lid is going to be placed on the outside of the lip or the rim of the body, I want to measure this outside area. Right? Okay, so this measurement is the same as this measurement, always, with these calipers. And so when I throw the lid, I'll throw it upside down, and I want the inside of the lip, or the rim of that lid, to be this measurement, which I'll do now. Just looking, I'm studying the jar to get an idea of what shape lid might look the best. Make sure I have this wide enough. So I'm basically throwing a bowl. The shape that I have in mind for this lid is shallow dome. Okay, and it's a pretty good fit. So calipers fits on the inside well. Remember, the lid is going to sit on the outside of the rim of the body. There you go.